You ever think about some of the worst places to ever possibly live, like in fiction, ever? Like really think about it. Like there's some really terrible places. You got the place wherever Courage is from. Return the slide. You got Metropolis.
Is this nigga serious?
Shit ass. Got alien invasions every now and then, but you know, you still got Superman. So at the end of the day, like you got some hope to cling to. Gotham, shit sucks. Muggings, robbings, killings.
What happened to the rest of the guys?
But you got Batman, you know what I'm saying? You got something to cling to. Derry? Derry? Now that shit is cooked. Them niggas got nobody.
I have nothing! Do you hear me? I have nothing!
These niggas is cooked. Bro, I decided to watch It Welcome to Derry. Derry is a special place because Derry has a killer clown. No, not that killer clown. This killer clown. You see, the reason why this killer clown is way worse than this killer clown, because this killer clown is like if this killer clown was an entity off bath salt. This nigga Pennywise be tripping.
No!
Derry has a clown that schedules genocidal feedings every 27 years. And you know the weirdest part about all of this? Somehow this fuck ass town still has residents. Like niggas just live here, bro, and pretend this shit isn't happening. It Welcome to Derry isn't just a show about a scary monster. It's about how a town becomes evil, how it learns to tolerate the violence, and how one cosmic parasite profits off of all of the racism, abuse, silence, and fear that it births in this town. See, Pennywise doesn't just raise this town solely off of fear, abuse, and violence. He farms it for the same reasons. He is the origin and the benefactor of this town.
I built this shit! Me! Brick by brick!
The series begins with a brutal, uncomfortable, and very gruesome death of a young boy, because how else would you start off a series about killer clowns, you know? But this opening isn't just horror slop. It opens as the functioning narrative and thesis statement of the show. In Derry, horror is not an anomaly, but it's a recurring phenomenon, and the community will continue to normalize it. As the Hanlon family settles in Derry, they start to experience some of the unspoken rules of Derry. You know, it's weird hostility towards outsiders, it's racial tensions, and the refusal to acknowledge any of these situations. Their growing awareness of Derry is supposed to parallel the audiences.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
The episodes and seasons are supposed to dive into the pivotal events of Derry from the past that were spoken in the movie, such as the burning spot, such as the Black Spot fire that was at the end of season 1, the Bradley gang shooting, and the Kitchener's ironwork explosion. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see how the other two pan out very soon in this show. And what I found so interesting narratively about season 1 is that it was showing firsthand, revealing how collectively violence and unresolved historical trauma creates the psychological ecosystem that Pennywise thrives on. You know, the ecosystem of Derry that we learned to meet in It Chapter 1 and 2 from the Losers Club's perspective. And as you know, just like It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2, Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise returns. But it doesn't just feel like a spectacle, like cheap bait just to make you watch the show. You know, kind of like how a superhero movie would. Kind of like how when other movies and companies bring reoccurring roles back. But it feels more gradual, like an encroaching presence, like a manifestation of Derry's accumulated dread and hatred itself, rather than just a standalone antagonist. He feels as much as like the town as the town is him. A group of young kids, after each being terrorized by Pennywise individually, come together to try to figure out who this clown is and why he's terrorizing this town. And their curiosity, vulnerability, and willingness to question the town's silent position over the adults is supposed to narratively make us compassionate and empathetic with these characters, making them the emotional and investive core of the narrative. I had a whole nother part of this video kind of recorded and planned out for you guys, but shit got corrupted, snowstorm hit, got busy with other things, and I kind of don't feel like recording it again. So we're just gonna end off the video here, talk about good old Pennywise. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Pennywise is truly a scary entity because he's not just haunting Derry. He's running this shit. He's shaping this shit. And the worst part about it, he also feeds off it. The scariest thing about Pennywise isn't his teeth, the way this nigga is dressed up as a clown and hunts after children, or how he does his little goofy ass dance and smile whenever he's about to kill you. Even though them bitches do freak me out too. Like, dog, I hate clowns. And he be tripping. But the scariest part about all of this, the scariest part about Pennywise, is he doesn't need to force Derry to become evil. At least not anymore. Town does this part all by itself, and Pennywise just encourages it. He amplifies it. And then when it's all over, when the fear is at its peak, when violence is at its peak, when tension's at the highest, he comes in and collects profits. He feeds when the fear finally boils over. And every 27 years, Derry tells the same lie. This time is different. And this is because it just isn't the monster at the end of the story. He is the consequences of everything this town refuses to confront. And until Derry actually changes that, this clown will always come back.